All right, it's the first day of fall, which is Tuesday, September 22nd. It's 6:19 p.m. and the temperature's around 19 degrees Celsius. I'm at Mabuhay Park. I think that's how you call it, or the Bathurst Wilson Parkette. Here in the Bathurst and Wilson area, otherwise known as Little Manila. What's up, SF49? What's up, Abduli? Hey Matt, hey Alex, early again? SAT Sharma, I'm outside your house. That's cool. Greetings, Mark. Hey Mike. Thank you, Excellence in Recycling. I haven't been to this area in a very long time, and I just came up here to shoot one of my normal videos, and I thought rather than head down to Dufferin Street, which was the plan to do a live walk, I thought I would just stay up here and start recording a live walk. So once we get a few more people on board, I think I'll just loop down around the Little Manila area on Wilson Street for a bit, and then I'll start heading south on Bathurst. Dufferin Street will have to wait for another day, as I decided I didn't want to deal with more transit. Greetings, Cami. I think I saw you last night in someone else's stream. Mini Cat, North Vancouver. What's up? So that is Highway 401 cutting across Wilson Avenue right there. Go to Centennial Park. I don't think we'll be going that far. Is that Russell Peters? No, it's David Soberano. Ooh, that sun is directly ahead. I'll try to keep the camera not so much into the sun. Hey Sandra. I think I can cross here. So this is the area known as Little Manila. There should be a video from this area coming up soon, providing I didn't screw it up. Hey Bev. What's the temperature? It's like 19, 20. It is indeed, Mr. Bettman. So I'm only going to be walking towards the sun for a minute or two here, so bear with me. But the picture's going to get a little dark just because of the fun reality of walking in this direction. What's the time? There's some things I think you can look up. Of course that's really Gary Bettman. Why wouldn't it be? Good evening, Jeanette. I actually came to this area because of a suggestion from Jeanette in the comments. Marcus, welcome to the stream. So I'm just going to head along here for another block or so, then I'll turn around and head back on the other side. No, these are just regular strip malls. It's quite smoky around here, but it smells really good. Gupetong Pinoy Hair Salon. There's another plaza just across the street with a lot of interesting barbecue restaurants, so I'll just head over to that. I started 6 minutes ago, Mark. You're welcome, Cammie. Gotta be careful walking through these strip malls. You know, you're in the more suburban parts of Toronto and the parking's in front. Ooh, that sun's bad. I heard this place is one of the more popular restaurants in the area, but it doesn't seem to be open. What's your favorite barbecue dish? I'm kind of a sucker for basic Korean barbecue. Some couple just walked around me because they didn't want to be recorded. That's cool. We'll head across the street through these barbecue restaurants, and then I'll head back over to Bathurst, and then from there I'm just going to walk south to like Deadmau 5. Deadmouse? I gotta get Popeyes. Do we even have to state the obvious? Marcus. Thank you, Marcus. Oh, I got to enable the alerts. There we go. Thanks again, Marcus, for the super chat. First one of the evening. All right, we're gonna turn around here. There's not too much more on the north side, and the picture's gonna look a lot better. Yep, we're in Little Manila. I don't know if this area is officially called that or not. But certainly it's become known as that. There's stuff south of Wilson. I think this plaza is probably the most well-known spot. What is Kabalan? I keep seeing that name on a lot of the restaurants in this area. Say hi to Liana. Hi, Liana. Greetings in Mexico. Da Best Filipino Bakery. Greetings in Uruguay. Wilson's House of Lechon. Jeanette, thank you. If I were finishing the stream up in this area, I would pop into one of these restaurants. I don't want to get too nosy on these people here. That smells really good. It is indeed, David. It's traditionally been Jewish, but since the 80s and 90s, there's been a large influx of Filipino Canadians into the area. And I think the area just north of here, something Manor, is a very Jewish neighborhood. Right, and in a nutshell, aside from a few blocks north on Bathurst, that's pretty much Little Manila. Lloyd Manor, that might be it. Something Manor. I'm heading towards Bathurst, Morgan. I am currently walking east on Wilson. So behind me, if I were to turn around and walk for about 15-20 minutes, that would be Wilson subway station. If I were to keep going east, I would get to York Mills subway station. As at Yonge Street, Wilson becomes York Mills Road. That's not very nice, Mike. That place is really inviting over there. Republica, that giant San Miguel. And I think Jolly Tops right there is kind of like a Jollibee knockoff, if I'm not mistaken. What's up, funny dog? Gary, you're waiting for Clarissa Clarrington? This guy with the American flag has been on this street corner for at least the last 30-40 minutes now. Alright, he just looked at me. We're gonna walk away from that guy. Didn't look like he had it all upstairs. Jolly Tops is blah. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of Filipino places here. One of the great things about Toronto. But we're now going to head south of the 401. Feel like walking towards Shepherd or Finch? No, I don't. Not tonight. Lenny, so far so good. You're welcome, David. Stan Marsh, very much. RJ, I will be doing that. Punsit. I haven't had Punsit in a long time. And I was in the Philippines for 2 weeks and I only had Punsit once. I kind of regret that. I had a lot of chicken adobo though. Here's a look at Highway 401. It might be safer than South Park. Yeah, probably. It's kind of a hard question to answer, Stan. Oh, greetings in Bangkok. I just saw the new travel requirements for going to Thailand, and unfortunately, no thanks to that. There's 1,000,001 hoops you have to jump through, including a 14-day hotel quarantine, so I will not be going there this year. There's a look north at the highway and into Little Manila. Super chat, Mike Landry. Thank you for the $5. Thank you, Mike. Thanks, Jeanette and Marcus as well. You saw Ken's videos? He does a lot of neat Toronto videos. What's going on with the connection? It is getting... Sorry guys, I'm probably just in a bad area for the connection. Hopefully it'll get better. You're coming to a 7-Eleven store in a couple of minutes. Let's cross over. Greetings, Bell. Hendrix fan says look up Mark Ween's food vlog. He was in the Philippines. SF, I don't know. Dude, your video quality. Yeah, guys, there's nothing I can do if the video quality dips. It'll come back. We just need to get to a stronger connection area. TTC fare is $3.20 for adults on Presto. I have not, funny dog. Oh, here's Phone Miat Tan. I bet he's going to ask me to go on the TTC, right? I took one of these Bathurst buses all the way up here. Wendy's took out. I don't think we're going back to stage 2. We might see more measures and limitations put in place, but it doesn't really make sense to go back to stage 2. Do you ever shop at Whole Foods? No, I don't. Yeah, I've seen so many people on the sidewalks up here riding their bikes, I'm not even going to say anything. This is a lot more of a less urban type neighborhood than I'd normally complain about that in. Oh, we're gonna pass by the Chinese seafood restaurant, Sea High. I didn't know it closed. That's a shame. I had been there a very long time ago. I really don't think lockdowns are the way to go at this point. What we need is sort of a nuanced approach. Target the problems, enforce wearing masks, and maybe encourage people to take vitamin D. That seems to be the key, but our government's always 5 steps behind. What are those buildings? Which buildings? Who gave you the thumbs down? These buildings? I don't know. I can't even recall the last time I shopped at a Whole Foods. Baycrest Hospital. There it is. I did not even know that was a hospital. Zach McNally, tomorrow bike ride. Tomorrow's video is not a bike ride, unfortunately. And I'm having problems with my internet provider. They've chopped my upload speed in half. So I'll be sticking to mostly shorter videos maybe until they fix that. It's an old folks home. Where's Johnny? That's interesting. I always used to look for the big blue H on hospitals. Although we've left Little Manila, I did see some Filipino spots through the bus window on the way up. The e-bikes that are basically, the ones that look like Vespas are not allowed in bike lanes. The ones that have the pedals, they look like mountain bikes, are allowed in bike lanes. There's an official term that distinguishes them, which I don't know. I probably should. Claudette giving, thank you, Claudette. Sorry guys, I don't see all your chats. Greetings, AS. I'm no scholar, but this has got to be a Filipino shop, right? Lolo? Isn't Lola an aunt or an uncle? Lola, Lolo, grandmother, grandfather? And I know Tito and Tita. Am I right on that? Oh, here we go. Filipino Foods Retail, Catering and Events. Lola, Grandma. Thank you, Jeanette. Nikki, what's up? There's an awful lot of bagel restaurants in this neighborhood. Stay inside and stay dry, Mike. If I were there, I'd be hopping outside with my camera. I've been dying for some rainy weather around here. I haven't put up a bad weather video in a long time. I have a feeling we'll get snow before we get rain. Halal bagels? I don't even know what that means. Toronto Kosher, next to a sushi restaurant. Go grab a bagel at Griff's. David, which side of the street? I'll try to get a look at it. Thai restaurants are extremely popular in Toronto, and it is a bit unusual that we haven't seen one. There's an Asian restaurant. Greetings, Peter. Boy, lechon, that's Filipino food, isn't it? I don't know what lechon is, but I saw it on a number of the Filipino places back there. Greetings in Chile. Yeah, poke bowls or poke bowls have been one of those trendy food restaurants that have been popping up all over the place. Lechon is fried pork skin. That sounds good. Here's another place with lechon in the title. Thanks, guys, for filling me in. There's a place called Isaac's Bakery. And I won't lie, this is not a part of town I usually come to. I can't even remember the last time I was here. So I appreciate that you guys are filling in a lot of the blanks here. Are you travel after COVID-19? I'll probably travel during COVID-19 if they let me. I'm itching to go somewhere. You name it, baby. Personalized gifts for babies and kids. How big of a market could there be for that? Please visit India. La Mexicana. All right, I will let you know if I ever make it out to Burma. It's okay if it's a quote-unquote boring neighborhood. It's somewhere I haven't yet explored on this channel. I was originally going to do a walk down Dufferin Street, but since I was already up there in that area and I hadn't recorded here, if anyone wants a busted up used one of these things, you know where to get it. See you at Lawrence. Yeah, I guess Lawrence is just coming up here. I agree, Bev. I will probably do either a bike ride or a walk down this part of Bathurst. We can meet up. Yeah, we'll do a meetup, just not until this coronavirus is done. I think the optics are not the best. If it was a small group and everyone wore masks, I really wouldn't have a problem with it, but there'd probably be a lot of people complaining about that online. The street looks scary for biking. I don't know, Troy. I think it'd be all right. Most drivers are pretty good about it. How do you think the coronavirus will end? It'll hopefully... I don't know. That's an impossible question for someone with no experience to answer. I'm sure it'll eventually go away. Someone asked me have you tried the new bike lanes in the Danforth? Yes, I have, Wilfred. I filmed a bunch of videos on there already. It's kind of a neat addition. Personally, I'd rather there be no bike lanes. But that's a very selfish point of view because I can move a lot faster. But ultimately for the city, I think the bike lanes are a great thing. .911 milk. Judaic art. That's interesting. I'm curious as to what that would even entail. Is there ever a situation where riding a bike on the sidewalk is okay? If it's permitted by law, sure. Yeah, I'm sad too, Bev, but I think I'm already over it. McDonald's at Broadview and Danforth is closing for good. December 20th. All right, Wilfred, I'll keep that in mind. Conveniently, there's an A&W right across the street, so I think the community is still better served. Woburn Avenue. Have you done a walk on Bayview or Mount Pleasant? I have. I haven't done one recently, but I'll go back. There's a why would I drop into a McDonald's and say hi? And who exactly am I saying hi to? Greetings, Gypsy. Greetings, Wilfred. Kitty, I have no idea what you mean, but hi. Peter Stock. Thank you for the super chat, Peter Stock. Bev, is that a trick question? I think I would have to choose the Popeyes chicken sandwich. You need me to pick you up some Pringles? We are at Douglas Avenue. Tyler, that's too bad. Oh, 4K Wanderer is in the house. What's up, 4K? We are in an area of town that I really don't know much of anything about. I do know that if I turn left onto Lawrence here, it'll be a pretty boring ass walk over to Yonge Street. There's absolutely nothing on Lawrence. I've taken my bike across it numerous times. Gary, eventually, yeah, sure. Alex, I checked out 4K's live stream last night. It was his first attempt. It was pretty cool. Are you walking towards Lawrence Avenue? I am. United Bakery is in that giant plaza somewhere. Go right. We'll not be going right. A respectable neighborhood. We will, well, first of all, this neighborhood is quite respectable, I think. And the point of this channel is to kind of explore anywhere in Toronto. New York Cafe and, oh, really, Funny Dog? Is it closed for good? I've been there numerous times. That really sucks. And we're at Bathurst and Lawrence right now. We'll go to Jane and Finch. We will go to Jane and Finch at some point. Why would I go to the left? If you want to see what's down to the left, I'll tell you what's down to the left. The same thing that war is good for. That's it, 4K. Maybe if it was time to put everyone to sleep, we would have walked down Lawrence. What do you think about Moncton, New Brunswick, AK? I don't know. When you mention that, I think of New Brunswick as being quite beautiful. And it's Scotland-esque landscape, but I don't really know much about Moncton. But we've got some more plazas full of shops just up ahead. Thank you, David. A lot of impatient drivers around here. And I'm guessing that's a Jewish school over there. Head to Eglinton. There's a number of A&Ws I could find in this area, actually. There's an A&W at, yep, right at Eglinton and Avenue. New York Bagels. Are you more of a defensive or aggressive driver? I don't know. I would say both. I knew that, Mike. I'll have to go back to New Brunswick at some point. I'm sure if I do, I'll bring the camera. Kazakhstan. Funny dog. Yeah, it's not easy, but sometimes when I watch my live streams and I listen to how I'm talking, I kind of cringe. There's a lot of pauses, and I don't think I sound very natural, and I'm pretty sure that's because I'm multitasking like this. It's not such an easy thing to do. I'm also shocked I haven't tripped over myself yet and face planted. I'm sure that's coming soon in a live stream. Thanks, Ob. When I go back and listen to my first narrated video, that is super cringy. I was kind of nervous, and I wasn't talking at a normal cadence, and I was trying to remember things. Where are you at? I am south of Lawrence on Bathurst, watching a car try to three-point its way out into traffic. Yeah, 4K. I think it's just a matter of time and getting used to it. You sounded pretty good. Alex, don't tell them that. Actually, I got the notification that Action Kid went live. A lot of his streams these days are only like 30-40 minutes though. Claudette, a little under 2 years right now, but I haven't been speaking in the videos until this year. Actually, probably only about 3 months now. What's up, Haunting Live? David, I do. Greetings in Poland. I want to go to Poland. I want to go to that Energylandia theme park. It looks insane. Thank you all, Caps Terra. Greetings in Saskatoon and Dubai. Gadget-wise, would you get a GoPro Hero 9 a shot? I'm not a big fan of GoPro products, so I'm actually going to wait for the next DJI Osmo. GoPros tend to overheat and they're super buggy. I've lost way too much footage using them. Can you see downtown from the west side of the street? I don't think so. But I know the lighting isn't as good on that side of the street. You should get a drone to follow you around. That would be actually illegal as per the city's bylaws, unfortunately. What day are you going to Jane and Finch? I don't know. I didn't even know I was coming here today. I woke up and I did nothing all day. Then at around 3 or 4, I decided I would come down here and film a video up at Little Manila, and then I was going to finish that video at Wilson Station and take the subway down to Dufferin and do a live stream. David, you can go live on the GoPro. I could go live on my Osmo Action as well. But the problem is you can't see your live chat. Abshir, we've done Little India. I did a live stream down Gerrard last week. Is it warm? Yeah, it's quite warm. It's about 19, 20. Have you bikes from Wonderland? No, I haven't. I'm quite sad that Wonderland didn't open this year. I agree, David. I'm just not a fan of GoPro. They tend to release a buggy product and then not fix it through firmware and just expect you to buy the next year's model. Whereas DJI actually releases several firmware. Like when DJI releases a new camera and you read the reviews and everyone points out the negatives, they fix it. Whereas GoPro kind of says, wait till next year, buy the next one. So just as a company, I don't really like them either. What can you say about the restrictions in Canada? I would say most people are doing a good job, but there's about 10 or 15% that don't do a good job. Last night I saw a bunch of TTC employees in the station not wearing masks. That was kind of disappointing. Yeah, David, the live chat's really kind of a deal breaker. Although I am looking at setting up my Osmo to do some live stream bicycle rides. And yeah, I won't be able to check the live chat until I stop and pull out my phone, but that's fine. Would you bike down the Don Valley River Trail while it's snowing? Probably not. $4K, I agree. Man, this is Glencarin. This is actually a beautiful street. There's a lot of really big homes down here. Alright guys, audible. We're going down Glencarin. Because Bathurst to Eglinton is a whole lot of nothing. So if we're going to go through an area with not much to see, we might as well go through a nice one, right? Bike around the airport. Yeah, I was planning on going from Union Station to Pearson in a bike ride. You can check out Ernest Hemingway apartment. That'll have to wait till next time, unfortunately. Here's some type of Jewish center. Sorry if I'm offending anyone. Look at that thing. That's got to be a $5 or $6 million house. It almost feels like I stepped into a different city. There's a little kid staring at me. It does, Troy. This is the type of neighborhood where someone will see me walking down the street with a camera and call the police. That's a gorgeous little home. I don't think it's so little, but wow. It's like out of a movie or something. Look at that. I think we'll see the guys from Selling Sunset. Actually, a lot of these homes would be more than some of the homes on that show even. Greetings, Salabi. Greetings, Brad. This is just a minor detour through a pretty swanky neighborhood. That's probably true, David. How many steps today? Let's see. We are at... it won't focus. We're at 17,000 so far. Well, there's a Jaguar family. Hello. There's a Porsche SUV. Someone's gardener did a nice job. These are all like homes out of a movie. Thanks, Mitch. Something in my backpack is making a noise. This house looks like a museum. Look at that. Seems foggy now. Okay, maybe I can wipe off the lens. I don't know if that did anything. Let me know if that cleared it up. Hey Deborah, I'm good. Haze is gone, quality is still off. Well, it's a live stream, Brandon. I've learned not to fight the quality. You're at the mercy of Telus. Well, David, at some point we'll do a group meet. What's really impressive about this neighborhood is all of these homes are so unique from one another. Sometimes you go through a neighborhood with giant homes, but they're all kind of cookie cutter-ish. They're all very similar, but It's funny, Mitch, I don't know anyone in this area. I think I'll have to come back here and just record another video down Glencarin. Yeah, I think this is north of Forest Hill, to be honest. But not too far north, because I think Old Forest Hill Road starts just south of here. Is this the richest neighborhood? No, I think the Bridle Path would be, and probably Rosedale is richer, and possibly Lawrence Park. What's your thoughts on Regina? I don't know much about Regina, unfortunately. I know they have a football team. I don't think this is Lawrence Park. Lawrence Park starts east of Yonge. Whatever this is, though, it's gorgeous. You know you're in a really rich area in Toronto when there's no sidewalk, so at least we have a sidewalk here. This neighborhood seems to relate to you. I think I'll need a few million more subscribers before I could ever consider renting a basement in this neighborhood, let alone owning. We can't be too far from Avenue Road. That could be at Mac. These homes across the street and I'm about to look at, I think, are quite stunning. And what's amazing is there's nobody walking around this neighborhood. I did not know that, Stephen. Indeed, I am a peasant walking around this area, getting excited over a super chat. Ken, I don't think you would live so far from the nearest Aren't We Naughty. Let's be honest about that, Ken. Yes, Bathurst Manor is, I think, north of the Little Manila area I started at, actually. How much do you think rent? Oh, these would all be probably 10 to 15K a month to rent, at least. Brad Burns, it's probably the connection. think landscapers and gardeners certainly do well in this neighborhood, because I doubt these people are doing these themselves. I think that's Avenue Road just up ahead. Lawrence Manor is the neighborhood that we're in. Like, could that house look any more perfect? The Cadillac almost looks cheap in the driveway. That's how nice it is. Greetings, Red Robin. Yeah, some people not in cars. What's everyone saying wow about? What did I miss? Thank you, David. Did I miss something? What's all the wows for? Or in Chetna, whoa. Alright guys, I have a confession. I actually live on this street. You're spoiled in Florida, you won't climb to a second floor. I like the idea of having floors in a house, as long as it's put together well enough, you don't hear footsteps creaking from the people above. And one thing I learned when I was insuring these homes, these high value homes for rebuild, is a lot of these homes are actually screwed together. They don't use nails. And when you screw all the beams in the house together, you don't get all the creaks that you get in just a normal house that's thrown up by your average builder. So it's kind of a neat little trick. If you're going to spend several $1,000,000 building a house, what's an extra $30,000 or $40,000 to have somebody screw everything in place, right? Thank you, Mike. Thank you, David. Truthfully, if I had the money, I wouldn't live here. I think I would be quite happy living in a shoebox near the subway, which is where I already am. So that makes me wonder if I'd even move. This house is gutted and getting renovated. You can see right in it. Thanks, David. I don't know if walking around with a camera is considered work. When I get home, I'm going to have to call my internet provider and yell at them. Johnny doesn't consider the SLS a supercar. I don't even know what an SLS is. It's still probably really expensive. All right, we're gonna go down a major street for a bit here. That was enough daydreaming for a little while. Welcome to Avenue Road. And no, this thing is not a bike lane, and you should not be riding in it. I've ridden in it a few times before, but it's not recommended. Just go into the lane here. And if drivers have a problem with that, you can raise your middle finger at them. Have you ever been to Pennsylvania? I've been through Pennsylvania several times. Probably been to a Perkins family restaurant or a Waffle House or an IHOP. But that would be about it. Is this Lytton coming up here? Because this is another absolutely gorgeous street. All right, I'll let you guys call the shots. Do you want me to continue strolling down mega rich areas, or do you want to stick to the main roads and head south down to Eglinton? I have Benson. We are jaywalking. Woo! Let's check out a local park. So we've got a vote for the we got some votes for fancy houses and a few for main roads. Say woo again. Woo. Wow, this is kind of spongy. What am I walking on? And what is down there? You know you're in a fancy ass neighborhood when you see one of these, whatever it is. Are we lawn bowling? Oh, croquet. There's some not so public tennis courts. Spongy is from shredded tires. Should I offer them some Grey Poupon? Perhaps sit up here with a foghorn and in somebody's backswing set it off. Alright, I still don't know if we're sticking down the main road or if I'm heading down what I think is Lytton Boulevard here on the left. Let me make sure. Yep, this is Lytton Park. So this is a really fancy street. Fancy houses, all right. And I think I saw Jeanette say fancy houses. Lytton Park. All right, let's just go down Lytton. There's not a whole lot on Avenue anyways, and I've already walked down that part of Eglinton on a live stream before. Zigzag back to Maine. Crash someone's dinner. We're actually not very far from Yonge Street, guys. So when I get to Yonge Street, we'll be back on a really main street. For those of you that want to hang around, it'll probably only be about 8 or 9 minutes till we're there. 428 Lytton. All right, Kath. Play Ding Dong Ditch. Greetings in the Barbados, Susan. To Yonge Street and Dundas. Lorna. I don't think I'll be making it all the way down there. Head over to Alley Cats. Probably not on this walk. Ah, David, you figured it out. There's the sunken gardens. If there weren't people down there, I would go take a look. Everyone waiting at Johnny's house. I'm sure. I already said I can't do that this walk, but perhaps later. Oh, it's only 7:30. Sweet. Have you been to Black Creek Pioneer Village? Not since I was a school kid. Yeah, it's always sad when a pet gets away. Practicing some social distancing. What were they thinking when they designed this? Am I wrong in thinking this is not a very good looking house? Yeah, black cat. Good evening, Vera. Meow. Meow. Looks like a Rubik's Cube. It's a square. That's not a house. Well, Vera, you can like that house, and I will like this one. Rubik's Cube house. Alright guys, I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but we did walk by my house. $4K I just haven't filmed it yet, and you're right, there's a lot of gorgeous homes on there. Let's try the other side of the street so I don't end up walking right behind this couple. Black cat. So I shouldn't be too far from Yonge Street. In fact, I think I can see Duplex Avenue just up ahead, which will mean we're almost at Yonge. Well, this guy's vest is kind of funky. So 4K Wanderer, when is your next live stream? Did you ever skateboard? No, I didn't. Well, not regularly. I didn't even play hockey. You might do one this weekend? Alright. Well, if you do, I'll keep an eye. Yep, there's a really pretty church right here in the corner. And then I'll be a block away from Yonge Street. Which is good because it's getting pretty dark on the street. You could murder a Guinness right now. I think the weather's just nice enough. Might be a good night to have a balcony beer, which is one of my favorite pastimes after I do some filming. Come on, they parked that car right there just so it could look like a movie. Allen Road should have been a highway down to the core. I disagree with that 4K. I think they just never should have built it. Because had they have taken it down to the core, it would have ripped right through Chinatown. Which is the reason why they stopped it. It also would have passed right alongside Casa Loma. So I do agree having something partially built is kind of pointless. But I'd rather it not have been built at all. Marcus, that's a good idea. Here's the Eglinton St. George's United Church. So that street I just crossed was Duplex Avenue, which means the next street is Yonge Street. That should be Sporting Life just up ahead. Mr. Landry, thank you for another super chat. I think that's your second one tonight, Mike. Many thanks. Mac, yep, they wanted to build it all the way down to the Gardner. It was actually, it almost went through, but we would have lost Chinatown as we knew it. And that would have been the second time we lost the downtown Chinatown. We are almost at Yonge Street, ladies and gentlemen. I walked all the way from Little Manila to here in only an hour and 22. $4K Wanderer is I'm me. Popeyes for dinner. I don't know, guys. All right, David, you're welcome. Apparently, we're at the end for some people. 4K Wanderer, are you a similar channel? He's just started doing live streams, so I think it became a whole lot more similar. Most of his videos are more of the quiet variety. All right, guys. There's one of my top restaurants in the area. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a Domino's over there. Ooh, God, let me zoom. Why am I zoomed in so much? Welcome back to civilization. KFC tonight. Robert, the sun has been dropping earlier and earlier. It's now 7:44. A month ago, it would have been blue skies at this time. Greetings, Ogie. Temperature, I don't know. I think around probably 18 or 19 right now. Here's a place where I have literally spent thousands of dollars. No word of a lie. Greetings in Indonesia. What's up, Darius? Alex Bedell, where's the 401? I actually started this walk north of the 401. What's your favorite thing from A&W? I actually like all of their burgers. My favorite thing is whichever one I still have a coupon for. Although I haven't yet tried their Nashville chicken sandwich, which I think might be a response to Popeyes. Oh, the matzo burger is awesome. Irene, I would say north of probably York Mills is completely different. Especially if you go north of the 401, then it's totally different. I agree, 4K Wanderer. And north of the 401, it's quite silly. It becomes 3 lanes wide on either side. Salut. Please shout out to Ogie's wife, Ruby. Someone's asking about the shoes. That girl just looked at me like, why is he looking at his shoes with his phone? How long do shoes last you? New Balance actually lasts me forever. Most other brands last me, honestly, about a month and a half before I dig the heel area out and they become unwearable. I don't know how people walk around vlogging like this. I'd feel like an idiot. Just looking at the kid, looking at myself while we talk. Not for me. About the city. Can you please say hi? Hi, Mark's mom. I don't know what that is, Alex. All right, guys, let me check my battery here. Okay, we got plenty of battery. I've got a destination in mind for this walk. You're welcome, Mark. We are really in my neighborhood now. We're so much in my neighborhood, you can actually see my building in the shot. But that's all I will say about that. Might buy a trail cam. Where to hide it? Not sure. What do you mean by that? Under your bed? Hide it with all your money? You knew I had New Balance. I've only shown them 1,000 times. That is true, Denise. I swear I'm just not planning these live streams so I walk myself home. It's just turned out that way the last few. I was fully expecting of walking down Dufferin Street and wandering around Exhibition Place in the lake area tonight. That's true, Mac. Yonge was never the longest street in the world.
No.
Greetings, Dr. Mohammed. All is well, Mark and Chris. You should give us a condo apartment tour. The only problem with that, Bev, is people might be able to figure out where I live. I accidentally did a live stream from my balcony I was just playing around with it before I started doing live streams, and 80 or 90 people jumped in right away. I was on my balcony. I wasn't even wearing a shirt. I'd never shown my face on the channel before. You need Skechers. No, I'm quite happy with the New Balance. All right, we are going to leave Yonge Street, ladies and gentlemen. 4K. Yeah, I accidentally flipped the camera around. I didn't have a shirt on. So the first time I ever showed my face on my channel, I was topless. It was quite ridiculous. Needless to say, that video is in private status to never be seen again. There's the old postal station K, and that building on the right is actually a rental building, which is kind of cool. Although it's priced like a condo would be. But we are heading down Broadway Avenue. Sip wine bar on the left. All right, we're gonna cut behind a pretty cool school here. Broadway to Redpath, then to Popeyes. Denise, you're spoiling the fun. Some of you people know me a bit too well. Who has the best data for streaming like this? I haven't tried Robbers or Bell, but I am using Telus, and the other day I accidentally streamed on my Freedom SIM card, and it was just as good as Telus all the way up Yonge Street, so I really don't think it matters that much. Johnny topless. All right, guys, there's an idea from Mark. I currently can't even upload to the Johnny Stumbles channel because my upload speed is screwed up. I spend all my time uploading to the main channel. Not for personal use, I would say Freedom is hands down the best, but for streaming, Telus is probably a bit more stable, although you can't use it in the subways without switching over to Wi-Fi. So there's a bummer on that. I'm thinking of changing my main SIM out to a 20 gigabyte Freedom SIM card, and then I would have that plus my Telus. OnlyFans, Johnny Strides. I always like the view from North Toronto Collegiate. We stream almost every day. I had 3 or 4 times a week. You missed the NASA Mars launch. Good evening, CB. Do you get your 6 gig of data for Freedom for $35? I do, Kath. It's an old grandfathered plan I'm on. Although I accidentally used 2 gigs of it streaming the other day. Whoops. I have not seen Gigi Rhea stream. She streams in Toronto. What kind of streams does she do? It is Chris Baby. I'm actually starting to get bugs attacking me. Beautiful lights. Someone just asked someone, what kind of Asian are you? I don't know how sensitive of a question that is. It is Mark. Lorna, I would say so. Twitch? No. We are staying with YouTube. Why would I move to Twitch? So I can have far less people watch me? So that was a look down towards Yonge Street. I agree, Mark. Here, I'm sure there's a filter that can do that. I know you can already change your appearance on Snapchat quite a bit. I bought a sofa off of someone in this building once. The one thing I wish YouTube would implement is a live chat overlay for people that watch these on their smart TVs, because I like to watch Action Kids live streams. And I guess now 4K Wanderers on the 65-inch on my couch. It's a nice way to just sit back and relax. But if I want to see the chat, I have to pull up my phone or my Surface, which is kind of annoying. That's my only complaint with YouTube, is if they could enable live chat on the smart TV, that would be just about perfect. Greetings, Andrew. I'm well. You love Brazil beef. Unfortunately, the Brazilian steakhouse around the corner here is closed. Oh, maybe I just got a big bump in viewers. Maybe everyone was making their way over from Action Kids stream. Yeah, for me, I pretty much, if there's something I really want to watch, I save it for the smart TV when I'm home. I don't like watching things on my phone. Let's cross the street. All of these condos are pretty much brand new here. Go to Popeyes with your camera. I'm not going inside. This condo just opened. Greetings, Teresa. Have you done a video? I've done some other videos. It does 4K. Are you and Action Kid ever going to do a stream? I don't know about stream. I'm sure we'll do a video together once we can travel again. Oh, Ken, that's awesome. I have a Roku built into my TV, but I don't use it. I use the Amazon Fire Cube just because I can tell it to change the volume, or I just tell it things. I don't even need the remote. It's pretty awesome. But the YouTube app on that doesn't seem to have the live chat. Maybe I'm just an idiot and completely missed it. Indeed, Denise, this is probably the most under construction neighborhood in all of Toronto, including the financial district, which is absolutely ridiculous. Did you like Tim Hortons donuts? I used to. But when they stopped doing their donuts fresh in-house, they kind of became pretty meh. There used to be a Golden Griddle on your right. There did, but now it's the Scruffy Murphys. Or Scruffy's. And Scruffy's used to be located down the street. I used to have chocolate chip pancakes at that Golden Griddle late at night. Pea product. Yes, I do bike. Quite a bit, actually. Had Krispy Kreme donuts. Krispy Kreme donuts after 6 seconds in the microwave are excellent. So when is the Eglinton LRT open? I would say sometime after 2040. Alright guys, there's dinner. I am going to sit down for a minute and then I'm going to go in there and buy me a chicken sandwich. I'm so addicted that it is excellent. Yeah, I can't get used to this vlogging thing. Alright guys, thanks to everyone who super chatted. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Also keep an eye out for 4K Wanderer if you like Toronto streams. He has started firing those up, so you should see some more on the way from him. I'll try to do 3 or 4 a week. I don't know when the next one is, maybe Thursday, but I'm a bit conflicted because there's football on Thursday night. Thanks for hanging out. Again, thanks for the super chat. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Thank you, Jeanette. Leave the live stream on so we can chat while you eat. Sorry, time lapse. Maybe we'll do a... Oh no, like 8 people have just walked into Popeyes since I sat down. That's okay. They usually have the chicken sandwiches ready to go in like a minute anyways. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Have a good night.